Yo, what's going on, y'all? Black Balloon back with another video. Look, today, well, first off, the last video I did, that Greenland trailer, when I was talking about the comments and stuff, that got took down because it had, they gave me a copyright strike, in which I said in the video that it might get took down because they were basically wiping it off the internet. Now, I won't say that they took it down because of, what we was talking about was so juicy or whatever, so punching to them. I mostly just think it's because that movie is not coming out in June, so they're trying to take it down. Um, you know, I think it got pushed back. I don't know, I'm not sure. But they did give me a little strike or whatever, so they took that video down. So now it kind of looked like I ain't uploaded nothing in a week. But yeah, just want to let y'all know they took that video down. But today I want to talk about the rulers of this world, like behind the scenes, the people that truly run the world, the people that really call all the shots, the people who, you know, basically who started the Illuminati, basically the people who own the banks, the families that own the banks, the people who are in charge of basically everything, even this pandemic, this agenda to depopulate, all the agenda 21s, agenda 2030, all, everything, even this virus, this planned virus, the people who really call the shots, the families, the like groups that infiltrate everything, the White House, every country, all leaders of every kind, the people that basically started Freemasonry, because Freemasons weren't just created by Freemasons, in a sense, if that makes sense. Of course, they're Freemasons all the way at the top, but there's people who actually control the Freemasons, like the Black Pope. He actually is like, so to speak, the supreme ruler over all Freemasons, and not the skin Black Pope. None of them are black in color. It's the Black Pope that wears black, the gray Pope, and the white Pope. And yeah, so somebody called me when I was trying to talk about the Black Pope and everything that he basically, rules over, right? He rules over all the top Freemasons basically around the world, especially here in America. He's also head of the Jesuit order, which is that whole society in itself, or whatever you want to call them. He is called the Black Pope, like I said, because of the fact that he is behind the scenes and he wears black. The white Pope wears white, the gray Pope wears gray. So he's not black in skin. He's not, African American. And he, like I said, he has rulership over the Jesuit order and basically over all secret societies, especially Freemasons. They also go by the Jesus Society. So that kind of lets you know how they basically mock God, like right in front of your face, and the story of Jesus and how he came about. So it kind of can shake up some people's belief in the name Jesus. You can sit and believe the fact that God had a son here. Yeah, you can. And he probably did. He probably manifested here, on earth, and was here. But things were just twisted by these group of people. They changed the entire history of everything that we know, so we don't know the truth. So why not change what God's son name actually was? Because if you think about it, if the Jesuit order was basically behind Freemasonry, they started the Freemasons. They taught the symbolism and all of that shit. And Freemasons, their highest degree is 33. And Jesus died, at 33. If you just tie those together, then obviously we know that they are the ones who gave us that information, you know? So we can't actually believe it to be true. And I'm not saying as in him having a son, I'm saying in his name. The whole debate about rather Jesus as depicted in the Bible is actually God's son. You see what I'm saying? And that's that. So, I've always told people to question everything in life, to question everything you've ever known is the highest form of thinking. You're not going to go to hell because you're questioning rather in the Bible, Jesus is real as they depict him to be. You see what I'm saying? We don't know that. They control all of the information. They control all of the history that we think we know. So, with that being said, that lets you know who their master is, who their God is, It's the devil, clearly. These are like, when it comes to people, the soulless beings that we always like to talk about, when it comes to these people, these are like the closest to the devil. Like, it's like the devil, the guy, the entity, the energy that you can't see, and then it's them motherfuckers. They are like the closest to the devil that you could possibly get. And they do all of that shit, all that ritualistic, sacrificing kids and drinking their blood and, killing women and doing all kind of sick ass shit comes from them. It's been happening for hundreds, thousands of years. This is nothing new under the sun. So that, like I just said, it lets you know who their master is. It is not God. It is not the God that we pray to. It is not the God that we serve and that we believe in. It's not them. Their job is to twist, confuse, and make you learn things that don't even fucking matter, that was never true in the first place. That's their entire job. Is to basically just destroy. That's it, And they gave us the shit that we think we know. And so just wanted to talk about that a little bit because most of y'all are aware of, the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller family. Basically, those are probably the two richest, the two most known families of like the entire conspiracy spectrum. Like once you start digging down the rabbit hole, eventually you're gonna see something about the Rothschilds. You're gonna see something about the Rockefellers because they're worth so much money. They basically control and own all the international banks. They are families that are worth, probably well over $500 billion. But that leads to a lot of people think that that is like the tip of the iceberg. A lot of people think it's the Rothschilds that are controlling everything and, funding all the wars way back, to the damn 16, 17, and 1800s and shit like that, right? But truthfully, there's even a group that is more powerful than the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. And really, really we could go with probably the most powerful who has like reign over the entire fucking world, and that would be, and politically as well, and that would be the Pope, the white Pope, the Vatican City Pope. The Vatican City as in it's being its own fucking country. You know, they are the ones that truly run the world. Vatican City, the Pope, and the Jesuits. These are the motherfuckers that really run the world. You see what I'm saying? The Rothschilds, the Rockefeller families and shit, they work for the Jesuits and the Pope. Those are the people that truly fund everything. So it's like a trio. It's like the Vatican City families, the Pope basically, then the Jesuits, then the international banking families, which would consist of a couple of families, but I just say the Rockefeller and the Rothschilds because those are the most known ones. They're the ones that basically, like, you know, at the end of every conspiracy theory, they're almost at the end of that fucking tunnel. You see what I'm saying? So these Jesuit motherfuckers, these are the ones that really push the do as thou wilt type of society. Those are the ones that, you know, they basically found America, so to speak, and made it what it is, as in they made it a corporation. They made it United States of America. They basically brought and created all the symbolism, all the symbols behind Freemasonry, behind Freemasons. You know, they created that entire structure and basically everything that it stands for. They are the ones that truly want to depopulate, to push their agenda. They just work straight for the fucking devil. They really are the ones that are behind the do as thou wilt type of society. You know, it's the reason why the world is the way it is right now, because of the people at the very, very top. And they allow, you know, they allow the Rothschilds and the Rockefeller families and all the other, you know, 11 families that basically own all the money in the world. They allow them to be at the forefront, you know, so people can truly think, you know, that these are the guys, these are the families that are really running the world and making the decisions, when truly it's not. It's people that we don't even see, people that we don't even know. You know, even the guy that started the Illuminati was a Jesuit, Adam Weishaupt. And if a lot of y'all, you know, because usually that's what people start with. Usually people start with the Illuminati, you know, because you be so interested in, like, oh, it's like, you know, this secret group that runs the world, blah, blah, blah. And Illuminati has a lot of energy behind it. That's why it became so big. Just that word, just saying it, it triggers a certain amount. It triggers a certain amount of energy. And it's not good energy, it's demonic energy. And that's why you get so interested in that topic, because you got to remember, we are born, like, it's true, we are born sinners. We are born, like, you know, evil, so to speak. Like, we'll commit evil shit before we'll start committing good acts, you know, toward people. So and that's what I mean by that word. That's why so many people are interested in it. Like, when you first start going on your like awakening and finding out about all kind of like evil shit in the world, you so triggered and so interested in it. It's because it's fucking evil. You know, the things that really get us excited and really get us going are like shit that you probably would never do personally in life, but it triggers something in your brain and it makes you so fucking interested in the negative of it, you know, not the positive of it. Like, if Illuminati was something positive, you wouldn't give a fuck about it. You know, like, why would you care about the Illuminati if they was out here feeding children and doing all kind of shit? But since it's such a negative entity, it's like, it's, you know, it just means just the worst kind of shit. You know, the worst people are involved in it. It just triggers us, you know, it triggers us to be interested in it. So that just goes with the fact that that word alone, it carries a lot of energy. A lot of demonic energy is around the word Illuminati. I guarantee you, you know, after watching this video and watching me talk about it slightly, you probably gonna go look up something that got to do with this shit, you know, passing that energy along to y'all because I'm sitting here talking about it, you know. So I'm gonna show y'all a video. I'm gonna show y'all a video that I found. It's probably like 18 to 20 minutes long. So if y'all want to watch it and you want to learn a little bit more about the Jesuits and about the Pope, about the Black Pope as well, the Gray Pope as well, it's a little bit of information in there about them. It's mostly about the history of the Jesuits and how they like infiltrate everything in our world, especially like all the world leaders and shit like that. So I'm gonna show y'all that video, but I wanted to just give y'all, you know, a little breakdown of it in like, you know, more simple terms, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this shit can go over your head if you're not really paying attention to it, and especially if you're not interested in it. So really, I'm just bringing y'all a little bit, you know, more content, something a little bit more different that can really, you know, kind of intrigue your mind, you know what I'm saying? So we can better understand the ones that truly run this world, you know, that are really behind everything. And it's not always what we think. Like you would be quite amazed to understand that we don't live in what you think we live in, you know. Things are not done the way you truly think they are. Even if you think you know how shit is done, how shit is ran, and how evil it really is, truth is stranger than fiction. You know, you couldn't imagine it. You couldn't imagine it. So anyway, I'm not gonna talk too long. I'm gonna post that video so y'all can check it out. And yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. In the comments. Black Balloon, I'm out.